for later usage. So if you think you need to review or you want to have another go on this, this webinar will be recorded and later on published on our website. And I'll give you the website link later on as well. Great. So in the case you don't want to be mentioned at any stage, please let me know. What we will do if you have any questions is please write your question into the little question box down there, and I will try to answer your questions at the end of the webinar, and I will read them loud, so I will mention you so everyone can understand what the question is. So this is just how it works for us today. Okay, so I would say we start today. It's all about distribution and events. It's a very nice topic. I'm very excited actually today that we can present this topic today because we haven't done that in the past so far. Okay, let's get into it. And I'm also very excited because we're using Prezi today, which is a nice way of presenting online. It's a bit more fancy than the old PowerPoint presentations that we usually use. Okay, here we go. The agenda today is, at the very start we will see why do events need actually distribution? Yeah, what's on there, where's the benefit? And then we go through what kind of options do we have? What kind of channels are out there where we can sell our tickets to increase participation or get more spectators in? We'll go through how does it work with our yield management and how can we see it and calculate any distribution. And the most important part, we'll have a few case studies, a few nice events that have done it before, and we'll see what they have done so you can see how it would work for you maybe. Here we go. The outcomes, that's effectively the same. What I want you to learn today is distribution is a very important part, especially for events. So don't let distribution and selling your tickets down. It is kind of a marketing part, so that's what we're going to talk about today. And I just want you to understand how you can include distribution in a very effective way so you can sell more of your tickets and promote your event a bit better. Here we go. Why are we here? You have the best event of the world, but no one is there, or you don't have as many people there as you want or wish. So I really like this photo here, and that's where we go. We try to fill those seats. How are we doing this? We need partners. We need to find a way how we can make sure that all the good stuff that we do and all the exciting parts of the event need or get distributed and out into the world. So we need some partners to work for us so we can get our sales and our tickets out. Yeah, like here I think this is a picture from India, and this is the way how Coca-Cola is distributing the bottles into the country. Right, so let's start at the very far back, back at uni or maybe high school. Remember the 4 Ps at a very early stage? What we're going to talk about is place. The place is distribution, and this just enforces again that distribution is part of your marketing. And I'm sure you all know your product very well. You know how to calculate it, you know how to sell it, what's your price, you know how to promote it, how to make sure that your event gets out there. But place is a very important step that we need to integrate as well. So, because distribution is a form of marketing, so we can also say distribution is a form of advertising. You can spend money on a TV channel to promote your product, or you can spend money on better sales-based channels of how you can sell your ticket. It's the same way. It is a promotion. You get your tickets out. And about this effect or this kind of, let's say, process is what we're going to talk about right now. Typically, what we have seen in the past that many events do is they list their events in any possible calendar that is out there. The ATW calendar. Most of you will, if you run an event, you have a listing there. Anyway, your local and regional event calendars, your offline sales, typical distribution channels that we use so far. But what else can we do? Let's have a look into the tourism industry. The tourism industry has one of the biggest distribution networks worldwide, and it has also one of the most advanced distribution channels so far. And this is something we really need to use. If I am a distribution operator, and I'm a accommodation or a tour operator, I can sell my tickets in no time to anyone in the world. So if I have a room, I can sell this room through my distribution channels to someone in New York or in Singapore. It doesn't matter. This distribution channel does not really exist purely for events, but there are ways of how we can use it. And this is how it works. Let's say you have your event. What we need to do is finding partnerships. We need to make sure that we package up our event, our ticket, with existing tourism products. Let's say accommodation, tours, transport, whatever is out there, whatever you have in your region that fits to your event. Try to find a package and give your ticket away to someone who can sell it for you. So how can it work? You have an event and you may have someone who has a big network around in the tourism industry. They can sell the tickets for you. Let's say we go and you have a really nice partner who is in the accommodation industry. What can they do? Their existing distribution network goes worldwide. They have an online booking system on their website. They have an online booking system in the back end to manage all the bookings. These systems can talk to the big online sales platforms like What If, Stays, Booking.com, Expedia, and so on. So if you can find a partner who's able to sell your tickets for you, obviously for a commission, but we talk about this part in just a second, they can add on your event as an extra sales in their own online booking system. That means the person in New York cannot just only book the room or the tour from where they are. They can book this room plus your ticket in the same step. In other words, if you join up with tourism operators and if you find partners who can actually work and sell the ticket for you, your ticket will actually be displayed on What If, Stays or Flight Centre or wherever they actually put their own product on. And this is the advantage that we really need to think about of how can you do this. How can you find a partner that works for your product, for your event, and work with those partners to make sure that they sell the ticket for you, and they use their existing distribution channels worldwide to sell your ticket plus their own product in a bundle or in a package. So this is something that we see lately is happening, and we see really good success in terms of selling tickets from an event more than just through your direct channel on your own website or through calendars or whatever you use in your own case. Making sure that we sell your own tickets, our tickets, through online travel agents. That's what we can do so far, and I really encourage you to think about if that is something you may want to use. Okay, have another look in there. Working with the tourism industry is and using them as a distribution channel or platform, it is advertising in the end. And your tourism operator is your distribution partner in this case, and the commission in this case is a marketing expenditure. This is what I would say. Don't see commission as something negative or you losing money. We'll have a look on that, how that works in just a second. It is in another form of advertising. You can spend, let's say, $20,000 on a TV campaign or some other stuff, or you can spend $20,000 in paying commission. But every time you pay a commission, you know you have sold one ticket at least. So think it from that way. Commission is not something that I would say is negative. It is another form of advertising, and that is something that we do, or that's happening in the tourism industry for many, many years. It's just the way how it works. Let's have a look in how does it work from your yield. I have two easy examples just to demonstrate of what it does. I have event A, as you can see. Event A has an event and they sell the ticket for $100. They're selling 500. Now, the cost per ticket is $60, so they have a revenue of about $20,000. That's fairly easy. So event B is doing the same thing, same event, same process. The only thing they do differently is they have a partner, and this tourism partner is selling the tickets as well through their online distribution networks. And on top of the 500 that they would sell anyway through their own channels, in their classic or their traditional channels, they sell another 100. Of course, not for the same margin. They pay a commission of 15%, and the cost per ticket increases, of course, by $15 in my case, which is now $75. But in the end, what happens? The revenue is higher. We sell additional ticket through an additional distribution network. So again, I just want to explain, distribution or using someone and paying the commission gives you extra business. It does not necessarily steal away your business and you lose money or you make less money. It is something that you can use to make more money. Of course, you have to make sure that the commission you pay, you still make money out of, you still get profit with a commission included in your yield. Okay, I hope that somehow makes sense, and it is clear that commission is not a bad thing. It is actually something positive if you can sell more than you do or that you have done in the past. Great. These were the main message I actually wanted to get through. Let's have a look on a few examples. What we can see here is the running festival in Townsville. They joined up with the Grand Hotel, and the Grand Hotel decided to sell the tickets as a package, room plus ticket, on the website. So this is the homepage of the Grand Hotel, and you can see here featured packages, Townsville Running Festival. So the running festival does not just get sold through their booking system, it also gets more exposure on the website of the Grand Hotel. And then we can do here we go. This is how it looks as well. It's a landing page, and we can see they are promoting this partnership quite heavily. Because as you can see, there are many people coming or might be interested in running, and if they can reach their own network, they can actually upsell their own product. And this is an added value for them. So this is a nice partnership that really demonstrates if you find someone in the tourism industry that can use or that has a really good distribution network already in place, it's worth about talking about them to find out how can we work together as a package, how can we package up a ticket that you have for the event plus the product that the accommodation or the tour operator has to offer. If this works well as a nice package, something that, like this, as you can see here, comes through, it is highly attractive for the consumer and can be seen as an added value. Second example, not too old to dance. Very similar concept. They found the Mercure Hotel, and the Mercure Hotel, as we can see here, decided to sorry, that was one too quick. Decided to sell it for them through their distribution channels. They placed or they created a landing page on their own website, and people were able to book the ticket for not too old to dance on the Mercure website straight away. So another great example of how event operators actually join and package up with other tourism operators to create a package to sell that ticket, or to sell more tickets than usually through an existing distribution network. Right. There are a few more benefits, especially that's something what I'm going to talk about next is if you don't sell tickets. If you have an event that doesn't sell tickets, you just need people to come in. There are much more benefits compared or on top of distribution. Of course, as we have just seen, there are much more visitors reachable if you join up or if you have content on other websites like tourism partners. You spread your word through online presence. If you package up, of course, you meet consumer market demands. More and more actually, tourism travelers look for packages, look for things that work well together, so they don't have to do their own booking and research themselves anymore. And of course, you campaign or you gain a competitive advantage over to other destinations who are not that advanced or who do not package up their events in that region with the existing distribution channels they have. This gives you an opportunity to join efforts and create partnerships, and that certainly would have a benefit in the long-term run. Right, and of course, you don't need much money. Distribution or commission is something you pay later on. You don't need $20,000 to run a campaign. You only pay if someone sells a ticket or someone buys a ticket. Then that's the point where you actually only have to invest into your event. So there's a major advantage in terms of money if you don't have much money to advertise your product anyway. And in the end, of course, the experience that a consumer would have of having everything together in one booking is very positive, much more positive than booking everything separately. So we gain a positive word of mouth that we certainly can see in social media then as well. On top of that, what I like to mention here is, especially for those event operators who don't have tickets, is you can also use the tourism network to spread your word. And this is something I would call the content distribution for events. Again, something that tourism operators and event operators have in common is they're both looking for an increased visitation. And that's where we need to work together. Make sure that your event goes through all the channels that are available in your region or in your destination. That includes accommodation operators, tour transport operators, your visitor information center. Of course, you should list your event, which is absolutely free, on the ATW calendar as well, so as many people can see what you do in that region. There's an example. Here we go. Make sure that you give copy to all the network in your destination. And that can be easily done through send an email with a nice image, a bit of blurb, and ask them, hey, put this in your newsletter, put this on your website. It is something that happens in the industry. Put this on Facebook. They, especially your tourism operators, look always for new content to distribute through their channels. So if you can provide content, good content, encouraging content to those operators in the tourism industry, they'll be happy to share because they have something to tell what's happening. Yeah, we have a benefit on both sides. So sharing copy and content is important, especially for those who don't sell tickets. Here's an example. There's something called TripHitter, and I just went on there and had a look in what kind of events are happening in Early Beach. And suddenly what you can see here, all the events that are on there are listed. And those events that are listed, they did not even know that they're on there. TripHitter works with HCW, and they just take the content that they need. And if you, as an event operator, have listed your event with HCW, everyone who is a distribution partner of the HCW can source and take this content and play and work and promote your event on their own website. What we can see here, all these events are on TripHitter, and they just pulled the content out of the HCW based on the input that all these event operators have done before. Yeah, this is a nice way of how you can distribute your event through simply just sharing content to or into the right distribution networks. Here we go, and that's another example. If you share content with the tourism industry, they are more than happy to share your content. So what we can see here is just a few Facebook posts that we were able to find based on an event sharing content with the tourism industry. And we have the Rambala Beach Resort who are happy to post and share some content from the music festival. And then we have as well a link to tickets down here. So there's lots going on. Or down here, I think we have Tough Mudder as well. So this is just a nice way of make sure you share your content. Pictures, images, Facebook, make sure the tourism industry is aware of what you do. And if you have images available, send them out. The easiest way is send them out via email, ask them to share or like something on Facebook, give them what they need, and they're happy to share your content. And this is just another form of making sure your content gets out through all the different channels that are there and existing to get your word of mouth going up. Okay, I hope this all makes sense. because this is almost the end of the workshop. It's a very quick one of this webinar. It's a very easy one. I just really need to make sure that you understand how events can actually work with the tourism industry in terms of distribution. There's another system that I like to mention, and that is the online booking wizard, or in short form, the Wiz. This is a platform-based, or down here you will find the URL that where you can find the system. This system is let's call it a selection tool, where you can find a suitable online booking system for your own website. And this system has a special tick for events as well. So you can go in there and classify yourself as an event, and it will demonstrate or show you all the online booking systems that are available for event operators. They're not hard to install at all. It is effectively a booking button that you include, and then you simply just pay or have your own direct channel on your website. Certainly worth it if you have either trouble with the existing direct booking systems on your website, or if you're looking into it of selling your tickets anywhere in the future through your website. Have a look on the URL is thewiz.tickyu.com.au and go through, classify yourself as an event. It's just a little tick in the selection box, and we will demonstrate, or you will see a selection of online booking systems that are suitable for event or event businesses. You can do much more in the system, but I just leave it as it is. It is a nice thing to use. It saves you a lot of time compared if you want to do the research yourself. It is all on there. You find all the online booking systems that can work with events and ticketing, and certainly worth it if you need it, or if you don't have an online booking system yet in place. Okay, great. And that's already it. I covered a bit of what is online distribution and how can event use online distribution channels that are already out there, and that is mainly finding a suitable partner that can work for you or with you, so you can use their existing channels into the world to sell your tickets. And again, they can easily add your ticket as an add-on in their online booking system, so people, customers, travelers can book accommodation or tours, anything in the tourism, plus your ticket in the same way, and it will be displayed on all the online travel agents like What If, Stays, Expedia, and so on. Make sure you calculate it well, so that the commission you pay does not make you a loss. And always think about commission is nothing negative. It is an extra channel that you get access to, and it is extra business that you get in. Great. And if you don't sell any business, or sorry, if you don't sell any tickets, if you have a free event, make sure you distribute your content through those channels as well. Sharing. And most tourism operators are very happy to share content, because they're always looking for something new that's happening in the region. Okay, great. As you probably know, we are doing workshops and coaching services as well. So Susan and I, we are mainly out in the region, helping out where we can, running workshops and personal mentoring as well. And you probably have heard Jane, our other coach, is there. She's mostly running the webinars on Tuesdays. Yeah, here we go. This is our list of webinars. It's a bit dated because we are next week is already the last one on this list. I have to update this thing. We have much more to come. We're just about to release another 10 webinars, again, always on Tuesdays, always at 11 a.m. in the morning. So next week we're going to talk about how to engage or how to work with a web developer, and we may even have a web developer as a panel speaker, so he can explain from his perspective how it is to work with the tourism industry, or how it is to work with event operators, and how it works best for them to work with you guys. Any questions down the track or at all, whatever happens, please email, please phone us. We are there to help you guys. So this is Susan and me, and Jane is there as well. So call us or email us, or if you want to have another look in other webinars that we have run in the past, go to this website, www.tq.com.au/digital-ready. You will also find this webinar in a couple of days there published as well. So if you want to see this webinar again, most of our webinars are recorded as videos there. So feel free to go there if you need anything in terms of digital marketing. Okay, guys. I hope you enjoyed this webinar and it gave you a bit of ideas of how you can distribute your tickets and your event into the industry and into the market. If we have any questions, I will have a look into the question box right now. There we go. There I can see one. Please feel free to type the questions in now, and I will try to answer those questions as good as I can. Okay, so here, yeah, so the events are, there's a question about regional events in the ITW. In general, events are always listed free on the ITW, and I don't exactly know if they have criteria of how you have to submit them, but I'm quite sure they have. If there are any criteria of what you need to provide, then should be listed on the ITW website. You can also find content on our TEQ website to how to launch or how to add an event on the ITW. But in general, there shouldn't be many criteria or limitations of what you can put on there as long as it is very descriptive. I can have a look on it, Cecilia, but yep, if there is more that I can find out, if there's anything more, then I will let you know. Sorry that I can't answer that question more specific at this stage. Any other questions from you guys? It looks like this is the only question I have so far. It doesn't look like there are more questions there. I'm still online here, so if you have any questions that come up, feel free to put it in there or send me an email. That's fine as well. Otherwise, I would say thanks for joining us again today. I hope we see you again next Tuesday. And yeah, I think we close the webinar down unless you have any more questions. I will be online a little bit. And for the other ones who are fine so far, have a great day, and I see you next week. Bye.